Hello, everyone, and today in the news we're going to be talking about devastating floods that have hit Japan. We're going to talk about a train that has derailed in Turkey, and we will talk about how Jamaica and Guyana are going to strengthen relations. Alright, so our first story comes from the BBC, and it says that Japan has been experiencing devastating floods that have left a death toll of over 100 people. The western region of Japan has been experiencing floods due to a typhoon, and the death toll has reached up to 122 people, and dozens of them are still missing. The floods have also left thousands of people without power. This means that many people do not have access to food, water, electricity, air conditioning, and many other amenities necessary for survival. Most of the deaths have occurred in the Hiroshima prefecture to the southwest, but many other towns and prefectures in the southern, western, and central regions of Japan have been devastated. Sadly, due to its geographic location, Japan experiences flooding a lot due to typhoons, torrential rains, earthquakes, and volcanic activity around the archipelago. President Shinzo Abe was going to visit Belgium, France, Saudi Arabia, and Egypt, but he has now canceled all of those trips so that he can come back home and address the issue. I'm not really sure how much can be done for Japan at this point. It seems like Japan, because of its geographic location, is always going to be susceptible to natural disasters like these. So I'm not sure if the government can really do anything in this situation. It seems that no matter how much money you throw at the problem, this is always going to be a persistent issue. Natural disasters will always strike the nation of Japan just because of where it lies geographically. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Our next story also comes from the BBC, and it says that a train in Turkey has derailed and killed up to 24 people. A train was traveling from Kapıkule, which is on the Bulgarian border in the northwest, to Istanbul. The train had 360 passengers when it derailed, and 24 of them ended up dead. Those who were injured were taken to hospitals via helicopter. Apparently, the train crashed when 6 of the carriages suddenly derailed. The cause of the derailment is not clear, but many are blaming a landslide and bad weather, although I have also seen reports that a collapsed bridge is the culprit. President Erdogan of Turkey has spoken out on the tragedy, offering his condolences to the families who have suffered from the incident. More research and investigation still needs to be done to determine the culprit of the crash, but it looks like that nobody is truly to blame. It seems like the train derailed because of natural causes and because of weather patterns that could not be controlled by any sort of human force. Sadly, just like the story in Japan that we just talked about, there isn't really much that can be done by the government to mitigate these issues in the future. Landslides are always going to happen, and weather is always going to be uncontrollable and largely unpredictable. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Our last story comes from jis.gov.jm, and it states that Jamaica and Guyana are going to strengthen trade relations. Jamaica and Guyana have agreed to strengthen their relations in trade, investment, and agriculture. The commission was originally made in 1995 but was largely unenforced. But now, in 2018, the leaders of Jamaica and Guyana want to ensure that trade relations are secure. This seems to be revolving around the fact that Guyana is now about to enter the petroleum industry, which means that they will have access to lots of oil and that they will be trading that oil to certain countries. Many countries in the Caribbean, such as Jamaica, are trying to ensure that they have good ties with Guyana because they want to capitalize on their oil industry. Guyana is also seeing many investors from other foreign countries, not just in the Caribbean, but also in Africa and other places around the world. It seems that after the collapse of Venezuela, the largest oil producer in South America, many countries are looking to other sources to get oil, and Guyana seems to be the frontrunner right now. The talks between Guyana and Jamaica also focused on other issues, such as public security, trafficking, terrorism, and money laundering. It seems that Jamaica is not only interested in oil, but that they are also interested in several other things that Guyana can provide. And with the economy in Venezuela being in turmoil at the moment, it seems like Guyana could see a huge boost in the next few years. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you tomorrow.